return of Matchroom Boxing, sponsored by William Hill, StubHub, Deliveroo, and JD Sports. All the action will be broadcast live around the world, exclusively here in the UK on Sky Sports, and exclusively in America on DAZN. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to walk far or go far here in Liverpool to find out that there is a great boxing history in this city. Go into a pub like Thomas Rigby's, and Gerard the barkeep will tell you all about the world champion John Conti. Go into the Crack right off of Hope Street, and you'll see a picture of the great British bantamweight champion Alan Rudkin behind the bar. But Liverpool is also home to the Fab Four. And no, I'm not just talking about John, Paul, Ringo, or George. I'm talking about Paul, Stephen, Callum, and Liam, the fabulous Fighting Smith brothers. All four brothers, incredibly, have won British championships. And Liam, when he won his world title, was the first to do so from this underdog city in over 20 years. And now, he's headlining Saturday night at the Echo. So as you see, Liverpool doesn't just have a great boxing history, but it's got a very promising boxing future. The fight card Saturday night has 10 fights, 4 championship fights, and every single one of them involves a scouser. So ladies and gentlemen, whether you're a red, whether you're a blue, come Saturday night, we've got something for everyone. So here to tell you all about it, the president of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, David, thank you. I think if you'd have said we've got something for you, it would have rhymed. So next time, maybe try that. Welcome everyone, thank you for coming today. Again, it's an incredible turnout, and honestly, we absolutely love being in Liverpool, but we love being in Liverpool when we've got a night of boxing like this. We're going to have about 8,000 in the M&S Bank arenas. Hard saying that. We know it's the Echo, of course. And this card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Great young talent, former world champions, big heavyweight clashes, big domestic clashes, Commonwealth Games gold medalists, Olympians. It's got absolutely everything. Even from 6 o'clock we start our championship boxing with a great fight that was only added a couple of weeks ago with Philip Bowes against Tom Farrell for the Commonwealth light welterweight title. But for the first time in a very long time, we have 5 major TV fights, all British, and I think that's fantastic. Like David said, there's a scouser in every one of those big fights, and I want to thank you for supporting this card because the atmosphere is going to be something very, very special on Saturday night. You're a noisy bunch, so I want plenty of noise today. We're going to welcome all these fighters here, and before we hear from the men and women on the bottom table, before we come to the championship fights, I want to pass over to Adam Smith from Sky Sports to say a few words, and we'll give him a round of applause.
Thanks, Eddie. We love Liverpool. I love Liverpool personally, and David mentioned John Conti there, one of the great fighters we've ever produced, and it's wonderful to see not only the football but boxing absolutely buzzing here on Merseyside. Eddie's right, this is a show and a half. I mean, we had a good one at the Copper Box last weekend. We've had a really good March, but we're ending it with the best, no doubt about that. I look around me, and there are so many really, really good fighters on both the bottom and the top table here. And they're fighters that we've kept an eye on for a long, long time. It's wonderful having Liam Smith back on Sky. We're really excited about that. But he's in with one of our favourite fighters on Sky, and Sam Eggington, who's just given us value for money over the last few years. He's had a tremendous run. He was the Young Boxer of the Year, voted by the Boxing Writers Committee. He's a great talent in his own right. And then you just look at the card. Anthony Fowler and Scott Fitzgerald, a fight that's been brewing and brewing and brewing, and we cannot wait for that. Joe Hughes, what a performance out in Italy. We were there with his Malmesbury faithful, in with Robbie Davis Jr. and how he's come up. And it's a fantastic fight, that. You've got the big heavyweights in Cash Alley, who I know is waiting for an opportunity like this, and David Price, you know, one of everyone's favourites. And it's just a really, really stacked card as well. Everyone again on the bottom table. It's a fantastic one. The Commonwealth title, you know, really, really good show. And it's great to be back on Merseyside. The press conference is packed out. The weigh-in's going to be packed out tomorrow. 8,000 at the M&S Arena on Saturday night, including my good friend Jamie Carragher, and a massive game on Sunday at Anfield as well. So it's a huge weekend in Liverpool, and I wish all the fighters the very best, because I think this is going to be one of the great shows of 2019.
Thank you, Adam. The young fighters coming through on this card are just as important as the championship fights taking place. A young undefeated man who, again, has huge support in Liverpool, and we'll ask him to say a few words now. Ladies and gentlemen, Jed Carroll.
Hey Sean, I'm just looking forward to getting, obviously, out on a big show again in Liverpool. I think it's great for the city, and as you can see, the talent on the bottom table and the top table are second to none. Camp's gone well, great, perfect, so just looking forward to putting in a good performance now and hopefully kick on for the rest of the year.
How do you see that rest of the year? I mean, obviously, you've almost coming to the end of your developmental stage now. Is it about picking up those sort of English titles and area titles following Saturday night?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've done my apprenticeship now, and I feel like now is the right time to kick on, and hopefully whatever title's out there, and I'll fight anyone for it. So.
Look forward to seeing you return to action on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, over now to a young lady who has been a huge ambassador for boxing and sport in this city. Of course, a stellar amateur career, former Olympian as well. And I'll pass over to say a few words to Natasha Jonas, everybody.
It's always, I'm made of that you still call me young lady. It's always a great pleasure to box at Liverpool, and especially on a good undercard. As an undercard fighter, and just want to get out there and get back into it and get back to winning ways. And didn't have a great performance last time I was out, and wanting to put that right and get back to winning ways.
Yeah, it was all going your way quite easily in the early stages of your pro career. How much has that defeat given you the hunger to come back now?
Yeah, I've said in the last few interviews, some of my best performances have come after the biggest upsets, and I think that sometimes I think I need to go in the right direction and to progress forward, and it'll never happen again. So.
Look forward to seeing you return to action on Saturday night. The cruiserweight domestic division is really flourishing at the moment. We saw Lawrence Okoli beat Waddy Camacho at the weekend. Richard Riakporhe coming through as a very strong contender, beating Tommy McCarthy. You've got Isaac Chamberlain, Chris Billam-Smith, and this young man I see is right up there with all the names that we mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, appearing again on the card on Saturday night, young cruiserweight from Liverpool, Craig Glover.
Yeah, I mean, I believe my apprenticeship's now saved, and I'm ready for titles now. And I'm ready to show I'm the most destructive cruiserweight in the UK. And yeah, I'm just ready. I'm ready to go.
Craig, it seems like a lot of fighters are jumping into fights probably before their time a little bit. I mean, we saw Lawrence Okoli do it, I think, particularly with Matty Askin. Richard Riakporhe took on the challenge of not just Sam Hyde, but Tommy McCarthy, who many thought might know a little bit too much for him. Do you feel like young fighters now really don't have a choice but to jump in these big fights, and after Saturday you're going to have to go in with the likes of all of those people that I mentioned previously?
Yeah, I mean, well, I've already proved that I can do that. In my last fight, to give away experience, to give away home advantage, and I went down there and I shocked everyone, and I won. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to call out any individual names, but I'm right in time, I'm the right fight, I'm going to show I'm going to be the man to lead the division.
Look forward to seeing you return. Your improvement has been fantastic under Joe, and we look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night. A young man who we've seen in big fights at the Echo Arena before, big fights all over the country, when he captured the world title previously, and now on the surge in 2019 to try and become world champion again. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Paul Butler.
Yeah, just looking forward to getting back out of the Echo, albeit in a 6th rounder, but we can get this win, push on, hopefully box again pretty soon, and we'll be ready for. It's difficult at the moment with the bantamweights because quite a few of the titles are held up in the World Boxing Series, but we'll be ready once they become home.
Who are the targets for you, Paul? Obviously, the division very, very tough right now, but it's also a lucrative one with big names. Obviously, you box Rodriguez yourself at the O2. Do you have your eye on anyone in that series, and who do you see as the standout? Is Inoue the standout guy right now?
I'd say so, yeah. I think Inoue is the odds-on favourite to win the tournament, but I think he's in for a tough test. I think if Rodriguez can handle his power, he's in for a tough night.
Look forward to seeing you returning on Saturday. As you know, we've signed so many young fighters out of the GB setup, podium squads, many of them up here. Of course, two of them are fighting each other on Saturday, and Anthony Fowler and Scott Fitzgerald. Other fighters that have come through that GB system who we've worked with, of course, Callum Smith, who's gone on to become world champion, Ring Magazine champion, Anthony Joshua, who's a unified heavyweight world champion, Kalia Fire, the WBA world champion, Charlie Edwards, the WBC world champion, Luke Campbell, about to challenge for a world title as well. And they have great pedigree coming out of this GB setup. It's almost like they've had 5 or 6 fights as a pro before they even get started. And on Saturday, we see the professional debut of another one, another great talent in Tom Hart. He's going to be operating in the light heavyweight division, had a great amateur career. He's a scouser, he's sold plenty of tickets, and you're going to get the chance to be part of his journey on Saturday night. So making his professional debut on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Hart.
I'm just excited now. Being adapting well into the pro game, my new coach Stefan and Joseph, so it's all just experience. I just need to serve my apprenticeship a little bit before I go on to title fights, but I'm more than excited.
Obviously you've got a great amateur pedigree, but when you look at the pros now, I know these guys, you've got some time to get up to the lights. How do you see that light heavyweight division domestically? It's fantastic, isn't it? You've got Anthony Yard, got Callum Johnson coming off a great win, Boatsy looked great last week, got Jose Burton. It's a great time for the domestic light heavyweight scene.
Yeah, nowadays there's top quality in the domestic scene at the minute, but I don't see why I couldn't beat many of them, know what I mean? After, soon, I don't get me wrong, I've got to serve my apprenticeship and get experience, but within due time I think I'll be there and I'll be challenging them all for the titles. Good
man. It's unusual to have a major title fight like the Commonwealth Light Welterweight title so early on the bill, but this is really a sign of how stacked and how good this card is on Saturday night. We actually start with the champion in Philip Bowes. Philip Bowes recently won the Commonwealth title. Been around for a while, been talked about as a great talent coming through. Mickey Elliott and the team have done a great job with him as well, and only won it recently, straight back out, straight back into action. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning Commonwealth Light Welterweight champion, Philip Bowes.
Welcome you. I just think this is my time, this is just business between me and Tom. It's going to be a good fight, and I just say I think it's my time. This belt will be staying in Liverpool, we'll come back to East London. That's the only thing I could really say. There's no animosity between me and Tom. It's just, business, and that's the bottom line.
Obviously looking to get the win on Saturday, but also a very important light welterweight fight later on the night between Robbie Davis and Joe Hughes for the British and European title. The kind of guys that, if you're successful on Saturday night, we'll be starting to talk about as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Joe Hughes is my old nemesis. He gave me my first loss, something that I never forget. But I know I don't want to be disrespectful to Tom, because Tom's the prize right now. And I mean, I don't want to be Joe Butcher and talk about other opponents and other fights. It's just about me and Tom on Saturday night.
Good words, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in action. Now, a young man who really has tremendous support from this city. We saw him step up probably before his time against O'Hara Davis, challenging for the WBA international title. Now has a chance to win a major title, win a Commonwealth title. I know that there's going to be plenty in the arena on Saturday night to watch him attempt to win this title. Ladies and gentlemen, your own Tom Farrell.
Thanks everyone. Obviously, as Phil has just said, just business between us. There's been no animosity in the build-up, and we're just both looking to put a good show on the night. And he's confident, I'm confident, so I think I'm confident that I'm going to come away with the Commonwealth title and be victorious on the night.
We know that Philip Bowes is very skillful, he's very stylish, can be awkward at times. Is it about just pressing the action? I know you've got that non-stop style, you're at home, you're going to have a great amount of support. You've got to really rip the title from him on Saturday.
Of course, yeah, you know, it's a big occasion, you know, I'm going to have so many people there, so it's about to implement their game plan, which is best on the night, and you know, I think I've got that nailed from, you know, from when we camp, we sparred, it's been great, had some, you know, fantastic sparring over the last 10, 12 weeks, so I'm just looking forward to getting in there now and doing it, you know, I've been on these big occasions before, these big nights, and it's going to be busy. I don't think I might be on early, but I think, you know, my following and, you know, all the people that have been there give us a good reception, and, you know, I'm sure I'll be paid them with a good performance and take the title on with me.
Can't wait for that Commonwealth Super Lightweight title. We stay in that division now, and a great fight for the British and European Super Lightweight Championship. This young man has an incredible story. We witnessed him go out to Italy and win the European title earlier this year, and now he gets a chance to add the British title to his trophy cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the current European Super Lightweight champion, Joe Hughes.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to be boxing on such a big show. Obviously I'm the away fighter, but Liverpool's a real fighting city, and I'm hoping to win over some fans from Liverpool before the end of the night. I have got a few scousers that have bought tickets from me already, so nice to have some support. Yeah, I'm just really excited, defending my European title, of course, and you know, every British fighter's dream is to win, you know, when you start off, is to win that Lonsdale belt, so definitely a motivation for me.
Again, Robbie has a huge amount of support from Liverpool. There's going to be plenty in there for your fight as well. You've got to go out there and try and dominate this fight against Robbie Davies Jr. on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, he's going to have a lot of fans there. I've got half a Malmesbury coming to watch, which is about 7 people. So I think you might be able to hear a few of them, you never know. But yeah, I'm used to travelling away, I'm used to being the away fighter, it doesn't faze me at all. It's completely what I'm used to. If it was the other way around, I think I'd be a bit unsettled if the whole crowd was there for me, so it makes no difference.
Good luck on Saturday night, the other part of that great domestic clash. The reigning British Super Lightweight champion from Liverpool, Robbie Davies Jr.
Being in Liverpool on one of these big shows, it's something I've been craving for a long time. To finally be here and be a big part of this show, being one of the big fights is really something for me. I feel like I've gone tenfold on everything for this camp to make sure I'm in the best possible of my ability for this fight. I can't wait now. I've been saying I've got a bundle of energy even now, and I've been still cutting weight, and I feel like by the time I get in the ring I'm going to be cartwheeling to it. It's honestly a fight I've wanted for so long, and I just believe on Saturday night I'm going to come up through victorious.
Obviously it's a very fast route. We only just won the British title, going straight in for the European title as well, and I know that fighters say, we heard Philip say, we don't look past the fight on Saturday. I'm sure you don't, but you also know that this belt will give you a great world ranking and could put you in line for some major opportunities in 2019.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've had a world ranking for a couple of years now with some governing bodies, and I know with getting the European it will push me into some of the others as well, so it'll put me in good stead. But I'd never look past a fighter like Joe Hughes. I know he's a good talent, and my full focus is on Saturday night, but with a win like this, becoming British, Commonwealth, European title within 2 fights, and I've literally got the rest of my career to just focus on winning a world title, and so it's a massive fight for me. And like I've been saying in previous interviews, every fight for me now is a must win, and this is no different.
Thank you, Robbie. Joe, the British and European Super Lightweight Championship on Saturday night. Now we move to the heavyweight division, which we know is a division that is absolutely on fire right now. It's always been and always will be the pinnacle of the sport of boxing. We have 2 British heavyweights going at it on Saturday night, 2 big punchers. I think I did a poll on Twitter yesterday about whether the fight would go to points or KO, and basically 1% of the audience said we'd see or hear the final bell on Saturday night. Both of these guys, in the positions they're in, are only ever one fight away of being involved in some major fights in the division. Firstly, undefeated. People have been talking about this man for a long time, with his manager over there, Adam Etches, who's been pushing this talent a long time. From Sheffield, Cash Abbott.
This is the beginning of this is the big stage, right? Big stage, listen mate, you're going to be like a rabbit in the headlights and I'm going to fucking run you over. I've seen what you've been saying, it's not that I haven't read or seen before, but he's a quitter. Do you want to quit? Do you think I'm going to quit against you, lad? You go back 20 punches a round. You go back to being the sparring.
Listen, I sparred with you 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Yeah.
Listen, I've had 15 fights.
Yeah. Against shite.
I've got
Let me tell you now.
You better not come for your leg. You better not come
Listen, as you're going to be met with the jab. What? Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. You monkey cunts. I made up you've got like this because I thought you was half alright and you're afraid. And you're going to get the other You're back in the electric senses. You're back in the electric senses and you're coming and talking shit. What? You're going to sleep. Listen, lad. The next few days,
Shut up, listen. I've been sparring you for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I've turned up not in shape once. I've done the kebab. I
Turn
turned
around,
up.
son, we're on the span.
And you still panic.
See your little team over there.
And you still panic.
They're going to have the workouts out next 3 days. Keep you getting relaxed. Can't you? Think what action's going to go, man. You need something. Take that beat off your fucking face. Fuck off, dickhead. What are you saying? No, when I've knocked you out, I'll fucking knock you out.
Listen, before Christmas, I'm like,
Yeah.
you 10-15 rounds, what happened when you fought?
I was 20 stone, take no notice of the talk in the gym. Dave Colwell tells the truth. He'll tell you he didn't want me to take that fight because we were fit. Tell the truth, Dave.
He was sparring 15 rounds in gym before Cristiano went, it's not great. It's not great, bro. I've had bigger battles outside the ring. It's been nothing to me.
What?
It don't mean nothing to me.
Nothing. Back to you. Outside the ring.
Hope you're ready.
What?
Hope you're ready for more. Imagine after 3-4 rounds, that's it.
Gasson, I can't wait. I'll just be getting fucking warmed up with you, lad. Listen, I'm telling you, I can see it in your eyes when I'm sparred you. You're a shit house. I can see it.
What? First time you told you. For the every time you put your seat on the corner.
Let me tell you, lads, if what had happened to me in a boxing ring happened to you, you wouldn't be sitting here now like me. You wouldn't be. You're the gym team.
No table, no stones unturned. I'm on it. Trust me.
Yeah, that's fine.
All the fights unturned. I sparred you. It's no training.
What?
I sparred you. No training. Training up, helping you. And you still can't do nothing. You still can't do nothing.
And all comes, you know, I'm sparring with you. You had that big massive guy with the bar on and the 20 ounce gloves.
When I chill, you have 10 ounce gloves on.
What?
Get sparred out.
I'm going to get sparred out.
Yeah. Where's the victory?
Listen, oh yeah. I'll tell you what, lad, it's a good job you're fighting me and getting paid because you know that Sokolowski would have fucking knocked you out. 1,000,000%. So, you know when you was fighting Sokolowski, weren't you? Supposed to fight Sokolowski.
You got a death experience in the 6th round.
He's a fucking battered you, mate.
You saw I'm going for him.
Yeah, you was going to fight him.
I beat him.
No, he beat you.
I beat him.
No, he beat you.
That's what
you know.
6th round.
You
know. The ropes.
You know.
No, everyone knows what you're about. The same bullshit. You've had 6 chances.
I've had 6 chances.
I've had 6 chances.
Listen.
This is my first and I'm going to make most of it.
Oh, mate, you're going to get full battered. I'm telling you. Look, we could argue all day. But look,
I am going to knock you out. And to be fair.
Okay, okay.
End of.
I'm going to knock you out
I'm
tonight.
not going to give you. I'm not leaving that ring.
I hope you get some sleep tonight. You're charged up to fuck. You're charged up to fuck. You know? All your little cronies will be like, I don't want in cash. Well in cash. You said this and you said that. Well in cash.
I don't drink and I don't touch drugs.
You don't what?
I don't drink and I don't touch drugs.
Neither do I.
Okay, guys, we've got a couple of other fights to talk about. Cash, I will just finish on this. What happens on Saturday night? How quickly does it happen? I know what you're going to say. Tell me what plays out in the ring on Saturday night. This is a big opportunity for you.
Yes, it's a big opportunity, and I'm not leaving that ring till I beat that man. No way. It can be 10 different prices. I'll go to every single one. Beating the ring don't fear me fine in front of 1,000 people. I'm scared of boxing, not like you. You've got mental problems.
I've got mental problems.
Yes, this psychologist shit where you do.
You don't know me. You don't know what I do. You don't know what goes on in my mind. You can't judge me. You can't judge me. Listen, no amount of prayers that you fucking do or whatever, little thingies with little pep talks with your little fame over there.
So we're going to fight Saturday and you find out.
Saturday. Listen, you was the one who lost your dad at first. You lost your dad at the
I'm cool, calm. If you were hot, I'm cool, calm.
You lost your dad at first.
I'm going to do you in, just remember that.
You are?
I'm going to do you in Saturday. You're done. Forget it. Go home. Just turn up Saturday, please. That's all I ask for. Just turn up and get it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from the other side a man who has been involved in some, I believe, thrilling fights. Always plenty of drama. One of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division from Liverpool, David Price. I've never seen you like this before, and I'm really enjoying it. Really. And it may be what you need. It may be what you need. You know. And I think a lot of people were excited about this fight before. In the last 5 minutes, they're a lot more excited about this fight, and I believe you are as well.
I am excited. This is exactly what I needed. You know, Cash Ali's been a bit quiet in the build-up as far as I can see. I've seen the odd thing. You know, he's a quitter, he's this, that. Look, all this has been said, that's fine. But that isn't going to be the case on Saturday against this fella. You know, he's charged up, which is great for me, because as far as I was concerned, I see Cash Ali as someone who's a bit awkward and tries to be a bit tricky and defensive. So I hope he comes to fight, because he'll walk on someone and it's as simple as that. So I'm excited. Look, I can't wait to get in the ring now. It's give me an extra bit of energy. It's good.
Do you believe that is it? You are a level above Cash Ali? You punch too hard?
He can talk about, you know, minds, this, that, and the other. All things being equal, that may well come into it, but I'm on a completely different level from Cash Ali. I'm a completely different breed. The pedigree I've got. He's been fighting on a leisure centre show since he was about 21 old, I know, 28. It's a slow burning career, lad, and you've spent that much time sparring. You've got into the sparring partner mentality, even against these journeymen who you're fighting with. You're scared to let your hands go. So let them go on Saturday. Let your hands go on Saturday. Listen, I'm not scared of getting knocked out. I've been knocked out before. You haven't. What are you going to do when you get knocked out by me?
Right, we're going to move on to you boys. I was expecting fireworks from this fight. You've got a tough act to follow, but this is, for me, one of the fights of the night. I think it's a fight that has really captured the imagination of the British public. Two undefeated prospects putting on the line against each other for the WBA Continental Light Middleweight Championship. Two great amateurs, two Commonwealth Games gold medalists. Scott Fitzgerald from Preston is bringing well over 1,000 fans. The atmosphere is going to be electric. I want to say as well to both of you guys, because we represent you both, that the future is bright for whoever wins or loses on Saturday night. Because if you take chances like this at this stage, because you're going to give us, I believe, a wonderful, wonderful fight on Saturday night. Firstly, from Preston, the former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, GB podium squad member, Scott Fitzgerald.
I'd just like to say thanks. You mentioned it then, how many people have bought tickets from Preston. So thank all of them. It's going to be, you know, an amazing atmosphere, like in a way, so they're all really looking forward to it. And also, like I said, you know, me and Tony, we both won gold medals within about half an hour of each other at the Commonwealths. Both beat Indians, so you know, it's a special fight, really. You know, considering them things that.
I don't think anyone's seen you as focused as this before. We've had a few chats in this camp probably for the first time, and I think, as by your own admissions, it's the first time you've really tried and pushed yourself in camp. Everything's come very easy to you. 12 fights, I think 9 KOs. You look in incredible shape. We know you checked weight the other day. Your weight is absolutely on point, which I know was a concern for some people in this fight. You are so motivated for Saturday night.
Yeah, I know I needed a fight that I wasn't meant to win, to get myself up for it properly. And I've trained, you know, like I said, it's the first time I feel I've really tried at boxing, and I've won a elite ABA's gold medal, 12 pro fights. And like I said, this is the first time I've really tried, and I feel like I've tried harder than anyone ever before. You know, trained really hard, and don't think it could be any fairer. You know, bar this voice that's doing my head in.
We've seen as well loads of backwards and forwards on social media, and that's all great, but what matters is the fight on Saturday night. Do you believe you stop Anthony Fowler?
Yeah, I believe I can definitely stop him. I ain't trying. I believe I can definitely stop him as soon as I land, or I can beat him on points, not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the other half of that fight, this explosive fight from Liverpool, Anthony Fowler.
Scott, that's all you got to say, son. I think I can win. I get a scared little boy, son. And come Saturday night, mate, I'm gonna bounce me fist off your face and your forehead. Pro boxing is a brutal sport. It ain't Twitter or
I don't have a clue what he's saying. I do not have a clue what he's saying.
Open your ears then. Open your ears, kid. Open your ears. Lad, look at me, lad. I'm gonna punch your face in, kid. You're a little boy, a little scared boy.
Saturday night, innit?
Yeah, we all see, kid. You're shit.
Yeah, I'm shit.
Yeah, you're all, lad. You've done nothing in your life.
Tony, Tony.
You've done nothing in your life. What do you mean, kid? Nothing.
You done?
Done a lot more than you, mate. You went to Commonwealth Games as a number 2, because number 1 was injured. You went there by fluke. You got boxing for man, you were all shite. And the family in India was bad. And you've done nothing in your life, mate.
Yeah, mate.
One small week camp for the rubbish.
Rubbish.
I'm gonna punch your face in.
Rubbish. We'll see, won't we? Saturday night, we're going to find out.
We'll see. You've been smoking Bobby. Talking.
You're a geek.
Lad, you've got a vest on. You're wearing a vest.
I wear whatever I want, because I don't do what everyone else tells me to. You're a geek.
That's the sort of kid.
A geek. If I want about to kneel like a gypsy with a vest on, then I will do.
You're an artist.
You keep wearing your
I know you, lad.
and
say a geek on the squad.
machine baby girl.
You say a geek on the squad, lad.
You're a geek.
Nice.
You're a wet lettuce.
I don't say I'm shouting at the bill, kid.
Everyone knows you.
Anthony, what happens in this fight? I asked Scott the same question. People talk about, they believe it's going to catch fire early on. Some people saying it might take a little bit of time to go late in the fight. How do you see this fight, and do you win by knockout on Saturday night?
I'm going to absolutely outclass him. It's me, I'm going to go out there to the centre of the ring, I'm going to jab his face off, make him overreach, and I'm going to punish him every single time. Just wait and see, these are all 50.
Yeah, I can't wait.
55, I'm going to punch his face in.
Can't wait.
I'm going to one-sided beating, and I mark my words, mate. Hey, look at me, lad, mark my words, kid, I'm going to banish you right. Set your own, let's get between your legs. That's all your little mates who sit in the roof.
Honestly, I'm not even lying, I can't hear what you're saying.
You can, kid.
I never could when I was sat next to you.
You're scared little boy, you're lad. You're shaking at your leaf then, aren't you, kid? Remember the face off, shaking at your leaf. In the fight, kid, right? Don't be rubbing the headlight together and don't crumble, because you're all up a fight. I'm training for an hard fight, right? You could give me a hard fight. Delusional, I'm cheating my life. 10 times more than you, kid.
Scam, what are you talking about, you boss? Shut up.
Shut this kid, you know. It's not funny, it's not your laugh, it's me punch his face.
Yeah, well, say what we have, I can't wait.
I'm going to enjoy it.
I can't wait for that.
I can't wait for that. Don't expect some more, I'm going to embarrass him. I'll be boxing ability. Wait and see.
Okay. That's Fowler Fitzgerald on Saturday night, another great fight. I'm not sure we're going to get as many fireworks for these two because there is a lot of respect for these two, and two, I think, wonderful, wonderful servants, if you like. So much more to give to the sport, but they have been great servants to British boxing. I think Sam Eggington is one of the great success stories. My dad's favourite fighter I think he's ever worked with because he wasn't supposed to achieve what he's achieved. British champion, Commonwealth champion, European champion, been involved in some massive fights, and this is another one for him, headlining at the M&S on Saturday night. A man who deserves a huge amount of respect and a man who truly believes he can upset the odds on Saturday night. From Birmingham, Sam Eggington.
Thanks for that. I feel really open now. I'm going to have to start digging him out. I've got something to follow. But yeah, look, I'm excited. You don't take a genius to know that, I'm the underdog in this fight. That's, the way, I quite like it like that. Nothing to lose, everything to win. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday night.
Obviously, you've sparred many rounds, and you pretty much know what to expect in this fight, really.
Yeah, the sparring was always good and competitive. If you going by the sparring, it should be, an exciting fight. So, like I say, come Saturday night, from top to bottom of the card, it should be good fights all the way up.
There's really no pressure on you in this fight. Obviously, it's Liam's homecoming. He's looking at another shot at the world title. This is your kind of time where you come in and produce that performance that shocks people. And I think, having had so many press conferences with you over the years, I've probably never seen you look as good as this before. I know obviously you're up at like middleweight now, and that helps a great deal, but really zero pressure on you on Saturday.
Like I say, with having no pressure, you just can generally enjoy your training and everything a bit more. So when I'm doing my training and the dieting and etc., it's just that much easier when you haven't really got a bout on your back or so on. You're trying to defend somewhere. Just generally been enjoying it. Put what I can into camp for a tough, hard fight, and on Saturday night I'll put it all out there.
You always do. We expect 120% from Sam Eggington on Saturday night. It's been many years since this man has boxed in Liverpool, and he's had a great few years, obviously winning the world light middleweight title. Great fights with Canelo as well, in front of 60,000 in Dallas. Great fight with Jamie Munguia as well. And on Saturday night he gets a chance with us for the first time in Matchroom, and of course back on Sky Sports. I know he's very excited about boxing in his hometown in front of 8,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen, part of that famous Smith family from Liverpool, Liam Smith.
Said before, the whole build-up, I'm massively excited for this fight. Obviously, back in Liverpool for a number of years, first fight for Matchroom, back on Sky Sports, and just a bit of a different, variety of public that haven't really seen me on Box Nation and stuff. And there's a lot more people I have to impress now. Obviously, I've said it for a while now. I have to feel that Eddie thinks he's made the right decision in signing me for another go at a world title, and I just think the turnout for this show has epitomised that. I think Liverpool have been starved of big shows. For the fighters we've got on these two tables, the fighters who are not even on the bill, we've got such good fighters, and we don't get enough of these big nights. So hopefully this can kickstart, some more big nights back in Liverpool. And just these two tables alone. Obviously, I know a lot of them personally, and I'm buzzed and honoured to be on a bill with them. But the fight with Sam, I'm massively excited for, and I feel it's a good fight to kickstart me for 2019.
A lot of people excited for this fight, excited for the two styles to come together. Same question for you about sparring. Do you expect just a great fight on Saturday? I know Joe was telling me that he expects you to be spiteful on Saturday night. Is that what you're looking to do, take Sam out early in this fight?
I'm just looking to put on a performance, for people to think, he was a level above, and Sam's style and my style will always gel for a good fight. It will be very, very competitive. But again, I feel I do everything better, and I feel on a fight night when I've got a bit of spite and a little bit of gloves on, then I feel it's a different story than sparring. So it's you know, I know Sam as a person, you know, we get on, so I'm not going to sit here and badmouth him, but with Tom's gloves on in a fight and in fight condition, I feel I'm too good for Sam Eggington, and I'm looking forward to putting a show on Saturday.
And finally, 8,000 in the arena, all this great card. It's going to be some atmosphere walking out there, returning. You won your World Championship in Manchester, like I said, you boxed in Dallas, and against Jamie Munguia in the States as well. Big for you to return home.
Yeah, massively, and I have to pinch myself and I'm excited. And again, I think, you know, I have to credit you for that, for just putting a bill like this with the scouts as you've put on it. And you know, it's good to see the public have drawn to it and come out for it. And obviously this night, fingers crossed, is a massive success for us scouts. And then, you know, I'm sure people can get on your case to come back against them.
We will always come back to Liverpool, and this is going to be a great fight. Liam Smith against Sam Eggington, and what a card on Saturday night. Thank you for being patient and listening. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now. We're certainly way in the way to go. Let's go Saturday night.
He's so bad again. 6 man against 4 correct. Return to
was train, weak and awful lad. I'm scared that I'm man you're kid. Right, I'm scared boy and I'm gonna fucking splat you. When you see kid, right? First shot it's lad, you're not what am I doing here?
Okay.
Get out.
Okay lad.
What's your voice lad?
How's so voice, does that man? What Tyson Fury did to be on 3 months?
Got 3 months lad.
What Tyson Fury did?
Oh, you Tyson Fury and why you kid?
No, but the way you hear it so voice, didn't it?
Not on your life lad, a boy me kid, right? Small little boy. Small little boy, watch lad, until later. Right, until you kid, you know, right? You're in the shit.
I'm looking forward to it then. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Come
wait.
then, round one. Come on fight from round one.
I will, come see me, look. Can't wait, lad.